Hi there, VC. It's Steve Whitty here. It's Monday morning, which seems a strange time to be recording a video. I've broken up for work for 2 weeks. About to fly on Wednesday on my holiday, so I'm just going to spend this morning sort of like doing my videos, some videos really on catching up on my vinyl haul for the past. I haven't shown any vinyl for nearly, nearly 2 months now, so I best catch up with everyone and show you what I've been buying. Now, rather than do it in one dirty great big video, I'm just going to do it in small snippets, so you might see a few smaller videos. So this video is going to be my 7-inch singles and 12-inch single purchases, and charity. These are charity shops and the odd record store purchase. So I might start off with the 7-inch singles. And first one, and my credibility is going to go right down the window with some of you Brits, but it's his Bucks Fizz New Beginning. This was the single they released in 1986, and it was a bit of a surprise hit for them. And it says it's called New Beginning, but it's got in brackets Mumba Sierra, and I remember rightly, this had a lot of African beats, drum beats to it. It was quite an unusual sound for them. It wasn't your normal Eurovision type pop. It was quite a good single if I remember rightly. So I saved this. So charity shop I volunteer in, we have quite a policy. If a record hasn't shifted, say in 8 weeks, we'll chuck it. It's because we ain't gonna sell. That's our view about it. And it's the same with this one. This is Cher's I Found Someone. This is co-written by Michael Bolton. It was produced by Michael Bolton on the Geffen label. And this was sort of like a comeback to music, in sort of in the soft rock vein, which seemed to be all of that rage in the 80s. Yeah, it was a strong single. Another one, and this is Des'ree, and this is Mind Adventures. I think when this came out in 1992. It's quite an old single, this is, on the Sony S2 label. Yeah, not too bad. Then, some I purchased. This is Embrace Target single. It's on red vinyl. And this came out... I'm trying to think when this came out. I can't see. Oh, I think it might be 2008. This is Embrace came out in the fag end of Britpop, 1996, I think, something like 97, 98, something like that, with All Good People. And they sort of disappeared a little bit. And then Chris Martin of Coldplay said he was a big fan of them, and sort of like that sort of inspired them, and they had a bit of a renaissance. So I think this came part of the renaissance. So, that's all right. Not a great single, but it's okay. The band I probably detested at the time, but I saved the single. This is Johnny Hates Jazz. This is Shattered Dreams. This came out in 1987. And I think quite a lot of bands in the 80s have the one album which seemed to do very well. The singles did very well, and Johnny Says Jazz is one such. I think Calvin Hayes, who's on the band and produced it, is Mickey Most's son, the record producer. There you go, on the Virgin label. Another single I was really pleased to pick up. This is Living Colours, Love Rears Its Ugly Head, and it was their biggest hit single in the UK on the Epic label. I think it was top 20. It came out in 1990. I think it might be 1991 when it became a hit. The album didn't do great, but the single I think it was just an unusual sounding single. It was a good single. I like that. Found a couple of Ned's Atomic Dustbin singles, Until You Find Out, and which came out in 1990 on Rough Trade, and then Happy. which came out in 1991 on the Furtive label. There you go. So pleased to find those. Another 7-inch single I was happy to find. This is Poison's Unskinny Bop. This was their big single in the UK. Quite actually interesting because the A side is Swamp Juice solo, then it leads into Unskinny Bop as it does on the album. B side Valley of Lost Souls. I do remember on the top of the Flesh and Blood album coming out that Poison, they broadcast on Radio 1 the whole of the 1990 Monsters of Rock Festival of Castle Donington. I think the bill might have been Thunder, Choir Boys. I'm trying to think who else. Poison were definitely there. Aerosmith were definitely there. I think there was another band, Whitesnake, headlined. This band absolutely tore it apart. They just went on. It was probably the first time they'd been in the UK for ages. Just went on and blitzed their time slot. It was just brilliant. Red Hot Chili Peppers, A Taste of Pain. This is a single from 1989. So I think this is from their Mother's Milk album. This is Tracy, The House That Jack Built. This came out in 1983. Tracy she appeared on the Jam's last single, Beat Surrender, and she was pally with Paul Weller. And when he set up the Star Council, she sang on Speak Like a Child on the first few singles there. And this was like a debut solo single, which got a top 20 hit single. Not often I have a number one single from the 90s, but this is U2's The Fly. Excellent. I'm pleased to have that. I don't need to say more about U2. And this is a couple of singles that came with magazines. From Rock Power, you've got an EP featuring White Lion, Mr. Big, Enough's Enough, and Saigon Kick. And finally, from Raw magazine, Raw Cuts, which features No Sweat, Faith No More, Jagged Edge, and Dirty White Boy. Moving on to the 12-inch singles I purchased. This is The Damned Eloise, and this is in blue vinyl. Eloise was their biggest hit single. It was a cover of Barry Ryan's single from the '68. This came out in 1986. Here we've got 12-inch EP with the Kinks. Pi released a load of EPs, which basically 12-inch EPs, 4 tracks, 4 hits. So Kinks, you've got Lola, Sunny Afternoon, Waterloo Sunset, Dedicated Follower, Fashion. So if you wanted an introduction to Kinks, that was it. Then we've got a picture disc, REM Night Swimming. It's basically, it plays on one side. This is just the picture, and the actual record is on the B side. So you've got Night Swimming, World Lead to Pretend, Belong, and Low. I've played it the once. I doubt I'll ever play it again because picture discs aren't renowned for their sound quality, but it's nice to have it all the same. Rage Against the Machine, Bomb Track. This came out in 1993. You've got various versions of Bomb Track. You've got the Mark Goodyear's Evening Session version, the album that's taken from the Rage Against the debut album, and then a live version that was recorded in Minneapolis. Rufus and Shaka Khan, totally changing it a little bit. Ain't Nobody. This was a hit single in 1984, and then just after that, Shaka Khan had her number one single with I Feel For You. So pleased to have that. Again, moving totally something different. This is Therapy, and this is the Short Sharp Shock EP. This was their big breakthrough as single goes, because it got on here probably my favourite Therapy track, Screamager. It's also got Autosurgery, Total Random Man, and Accelerator. This came out in 1993, as I said. It was, I think, top 20, maybe top 10 actually. Um, yeah, Therapy from Northern Ireland, great band. It's definitely worth checking out if you've not had it. If you like your rock stroke metal, I think they sort of steered into the sort of metal territory there. But it's a great track, great band. This I was pleased to find. This is the Tubes, and this is White Punks on Dope from 1976. This is just absolutely brilliant. And you're on side 2, Don't Touch Me There, What Do You Want From Life? Totally over the top production, over the top song. Absolutely brilliant. I think I don't know if I've mentioned, but the Tubes are going to be playing, supporting Alice Cooper this year with The Mission. So that'll be an interesting gig. Certainly worth checking out. And then moving on, you've got Van Halen, When It's Love. This was the debut single from the OU812 album. Second album that featured Sammy Hagar on vocals. Pretty standard. Nothing great about the song. Got on the B-side, A Political Blues, and When It's Love, Let It. Yeah, okay. Nothing outstanding about it. However, my final 12-inch, this is just absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the great tracks. This is Robert Wyatt, and it's Shipbuilding. Came out on Rough Trade. Song written by Elvis Costello. It was sort of like, I want to say a rant, but it's sort of like, it was a response to the Falkland War. The Falklands conflict, I don't know if I want to call it a war. When it, in the Falklands in '82, and I have to be, I mean, my cousin was on one of the ships he served there, and when the conflict was resolved, Britain regained the islands. There was a lot of, flag waving, understandably. Suddenly, Britain was back, back in it. We're a strong nation. And Elvis Costello wrote this. I don't think it sat uneasy with quite a few people. The whole ethos of it. Why did we have it? And that's where the song came out. Robert Wyatt had it. It was a top 40 single for him. So pleased to have that. So that ends my first video, and that's the 7-inch and 12-inch singles. So I hope you enjoyed those. If you liked what you see, I've got everything all coming up, flashing in front of me. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. If you've stumbled across the channel for the first time and you like what you see, click the subscribe button. Feel free to put some comments in. I'll always respond to them. So I'm going to end it there because I'm going to record another video so shortly. So until next video, take care of yourselves. Keep spinning those records. Keep playing that music and keep smiling.